Hey guys, what's up? I'm back again with another commentary after a while. It's been, I don't know how long. Yeah, I've got to keep my voice down because of time, I guess you could say. But what I want to talk about today is quite serious. It's something I believe quite strongly in, and yeah, I hope you can bear with my droning voice throughout the next 10 minutes, I guess. But what I want to talk about is just people 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 in a general sense, like what drives people to do the things that they will do. You know, when I say that, when I say people, I use the term very loosely. What drives people to rape, murder, steal, kill, or kill and murder are the same thing. But yeah, and you know, it's okay saying that they have some sort of mental issue or something along those lines, but you know, for the ones that don't, what justification do they have? How can they justify taking a life, you know? Taking a piece of someone's fucking family away from them? You know, which brings me to my next topic is something something else I feel very strongly about, which is the justice system in Great Britain anyway. The justice system here is an absolute joke. Criminals are getting off well too easy. It's just completely unfair, you know. Someone can go to prison for 10 years for killing someone, and within 2 years they're out on good behaviour. What good behaviour could they possibly do in prison? Not kill people, you know. In prison they're being showered with these fucking luxuries, Xbox, hot water, luxury beds, all these things that they should not have. People are going to prison just because it's an easier life for them. You know, it's just, oh, I'm sorry, it really gets me down. I hate even talking about these sorts of things because it's such a, just a rubbish world that we live in. You know, okay, in 2000, there was a 10-year-old boy called Demolition walking home from school, and for no other reason other than being black. This is in London. I'm not sure if it was in the south or the north. I'm really not certain. I haven't looked into it deep enough, but yeah, he was walking home from school and he was stabbed in the leg with a glass bottle. You know, the glass bottle had been broken in half, and yeah, they jammed the bottle into his leg and twisted it. You know, this is a 10-year-old child we're talking about here. A 10-year-old child. The bottle was twisted in his leg. He walked home. He died on his doorstep. 10-year-old child died on his doorstep. I remember hearing on the news when I was 10 years old. The Malola Taylor would have been the same age as me now, 21. And even then, it upset me so much. I was with my mum and I was crying. I was like, Mum, what if that was me? That sort of thing could happen to anyone, you know. It's not right. And, you know, for a 10-year-old to be thinking that, I mean, I'm not trying to big myself up here, but for a 10-year-old to be thinking that, you know, it's just such a horrible thing. It's just, that's not just racism. That's a lack of humanity. People who do that sort of thing have no soul, and I don't believe in God for mainly this reason. If there is a God, how can he justify all the things that go on in this world? You know, I didn't want to get into this, but with Coney 2012, because I knew nothing about Coney until that video that I'm pretty sure everyone does know about by now. Coney 2012, that Joseph Coney, who's in 15 years that he's been going around, has imprisoned 60,000 children. 60,000. You know, 90% of those kids would have seen their parents murdered in front of them. And it's mainly the boys who are taken for, you know, to be turned into child soldiers, and the girls will be used as sex slaves and just, you know, regular slaves to, I don't know, cook and clean and all that sort of horrible. Just, there's no justification there isn't any. No God can justify the things that go on in this world. No God, I don't care. You can be the biggest Catholic or the biggest Christian. It doesn't matter. I'm sorry. If you believe in God, that's completely up to you. But for me, I can't. It's just too difficult to even fathom that this supreme being who apparently loves us lets these sorts of things happen to children. You know, where is it justified that a child of 7 years old can be murdered and raped? It's just not right. These sorts of things are not meant to happen. I don't know where else to go with this. It's just such a horrible, so, you know, it's just absolutely, I'm sorry, I'm going rather deep here. I don't like talking about these things, like I've said, because it brings up a lot of bad feelings that I have towards just the world in general. I'm not gonna like kill myself. I'm not an emo. I don't cut myself or any of that sort of thing. Not that, you know, that's a bad thing. I mean, it's not a good thing, but people deal with depression in different ways. You know, I find it helpful to talk to people and, you know, try and get it out. That's why I'm doing this. But yeah, it's a very difficult topic to talk about because it can be seen from so many different ways. I hope, if there is a God, that for all the things that have gone wrong in this place we call the world, this is like a fresh hell. This is like living in hell. I hope he has a damn good answer for everything that he's let happen. But yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say on the matter. I might have another video out tomorrow. I don't know if it will be the same kind of topics here. I'm not really sure. I'm sorry to be so droning and boring, but I hope you've listened to the whole thing. It's something I find very difficult to talk about, but yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, yeah, okay. That pretty much wraps it up, and I'll speak to you guys later, I guess.